Greetings. Welcome to Elevated Healthy, where you can subscribe and elevate. I wanted to touch base on what's going on with the current events, with the natural disasters that are occurring. There has been reported, according to the Associated Press, at least 32 dead in a massive U.S. storm after new fatalities reported in Kansas and Mississippi. My condolences to those who incurred a loss, a loved one, as a result of this storm. Just wanted to show you my condolences and support by just creating this live to show appreciation and reach out to you with my thoughts and prayers if that makes an impact for you. A massive storm system moving across the United States unleashed winds that triggered deadly dust storms and fanned wildfires. Nearly 300 homes have been damaged or destroyed in Oklahoma due to fire. So, it just goes to show you one day you hear, the next day, your whole life can just change. And it's crazy how that occurs. And that's just how life goes, man. Like I said, my condolences. I'm gonna just read off an article from the Associated Press about what's going on here, if you don't mind. And this article was written by Jeff Robertson, Julie Walker, and Rebecca Reynolds. They updated this 9:42 p.m. Central, March 15, 2025, for Piedmont, Missouri. Violent tornadoes ripped through parts of the U.S., wiping out schools and toppling semi-tractor trailers in several states, part of a monster storm that has killed at least 32 people, as more severe weather was expected late Saturday. The number of fatalities increased after the Kansas Highway Patrol reported 8 people died in a highway pileup caused by a dust storm in Sherman County on Friday. At least 50 vehicles were involved. In Mississippi, Governor Tate Reeves announced that 6 people died in 3 counties and 3 more people were missing. There were 29 injuries across the state. He added in a nighttime post on the social platform X. Missouri recorded more fatalities than any other state as scattered twisters overnight killed at least 12, authorities said. The deaths included a man whose home was ripped apart by a tornado. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? So there's an image provided that shows aerials of the damage caused by wildfires in Logan County, Oklahoma. Credit goes to Coco via AP. It was unrecognizable as a home, just a debris field, said Coroner Jim Akers of Butler County, describing the scene that confronted rescuers. The floor was upside down, walking on walls. Walking on walls. Dakota Henderson said he and others rescuing people trapped in their homes Friday night have found 5 bodies scattered in the debris outside what remained of his aunt's house in hard-hit Wayne County, Missouri. It was a very rough deal last night, he said the following day. Surrounded by uprooted trees and splintered homes, it's really disturbing for what happened to the people, the casualties last night. And here's another picture of destruction from a severe storm seen Saturday, March 15, 2025 in Wayne County, Missouri. And the photo is credited to Jeff Robertson. Henderson said they rescued his aunt from a bedroom that was the only one left standing, taking her out through a window. They also carried out a man who had a broken arm and leg. Officials in Arkansas, excuse me, officials in Arkansas said 3 people died in Independence County and 29 others were injured across 8 counties. We have teams out surveying the damage from last night's tornadoes and have first responders on the ground to assist, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders said on X. She, Reeves, and Georgia Governor Brian Kemp declared states of emergency. Kemp said he was doing so in anticipation of severe weather moving in later in the day. On Friday, meanwhile, authorities said 3 people were killed in car crashes during a dust storm in Amarillo in the Texas Panhandle. And that dust was everywhere. It literally like blocked out the sun, made it so hazy. That dust storm. And the next following day, like Saturday, you can actually see everyone's cars had a coat of dust on it. Another image here says a vehicle sits in front of a damaged home and debris from a severe storm Saturday, March 15, 2025 in Wayne County, Missouri. AP photo slash Jeff Robertson for the credit. Extreme weather encompasses a zone of 100 million people. Now this is our awakening. That's a quarter of the nation almost. You think about 100 million people being impacted. And it states the deaths came as the massive storm system unleashed winds that triggered deadly dust storms and fanned more than 100 wildfires. Extreme weather conditions were forecast to affect an area that is home to more than 100 million people. Winds gusting up to 80 miles per hour, 130 kilo kph were predicted from the Canadian border to Texas, threatening blizzard conditions in colder northern areas and wildfire risk in warmer, drier places to the south. The National Weather Services issued blizzard warnings for parts of far western Minnesota and far eastern South Dakota starting early Saturday. Snow accumulations up to 3 to 6 inches, 7.6 to 15.2 centimeters were expected with up to a foot, 30 centimeters possible. It's just amazing. Wind gusting to 60 miles per hour, 97 kph were expected to cause whiteout conditions. Evacuations were ordered in some Oklahoma communities as more than 130 fires were reported across the state and nearly 300 homes were damaged or destroyed. Governor Kevin Stitt said at a Saturday news conference that some 266 square miles, 689 square kilometers burned in the state. The state patrol said winds were so strong that they toppled several tractor trailers. Experts said it's not unusual to see such weather extremes in March. Tornadoes hit amid storm outbreak. So near significant tornadoes continue to hit Saturday, with the region at the highest risk stretching from eastern Louisiana and Mississippi through Alabama, western Georgia, and the Florida Panhandle. The Storm Prediction Center said. Bailey Dillon, 24, and her fiance, Caleb Barnes, watched a massive twister from their porch in Tylertown, Mississippi, away as it struck an area about a half a mile, 0.8 kilometers near Paradise Ranch RV park. They drove over afterwards to see if anyone needed help and recorded the video of snapped trees, leveled buildings, and overturned vehicles. The amount of damage was catastrophic, Dillon said. It was a large amount of cabins, RVs, campers that were just flipped over. Everything was destroyed. Paradise Ranch said via Facebook that all staff and guests were safe and accounted for. But Dillon said the damage extended beyond the RV park itself. Homes and everything were destroyed all around it, she said. Schools and buildings are just completely gone. Some imagery from the extreme weather went viral online. Tad Peters and his father, Richard Peters, had pulled over to fuel their pickup truck in Rolla, Missouri on Friday night when they heard tornado sirens and saw other motorists fleeing the interstate park. When you reading this, but you're envisioning this in your mind, it's like whoa, 100 million people could have been affected by this. That's how magnanimous this thing was. These storms. Tad Peters and his father, Richard Peters, had pulled over uh, to fuel their pickup truck in Rolla, Missouri on Friday night when they heard tornado sirens and saw other motorists fleeing the interstate to park. Whoa, is this coming? Oh, it's here, it's here. Tad Peters can be heard saying on a video, look at all that debris. Oh my God, we are in a torrent. His father then rolled up the window. The two were headed to Indiana for a weightlifting competition, but decided to head back to Norman, Oklahoma, about 6 hours away, where they encountered wildfires. Wildfires elsewhere in the southern plains threatened to spread rapidly amid warm, dry weather and strong winds in Texas, Kansas, Missouri, and New Mexico. Destruction from a severe storm is seen Saturday, March 15, 2025, in Wayne County, Missouri. AP photo credited Jeff Robertson. Walker reported from New York and Reynolds from Louisville, Kentucky. Bruce Shapkowski in Toms River, New Jersey. Jeff Robertson in Wayne County, Missouri. Gene Johnson in Seattle. And Janie Harr in San Francisco contributed. So let me know what y'all think. If anybody's been impacted by these storms, these disasters that occurred, please feel free to chime in. If you all have any support avenues to help people during these times, please drop that in the comment box. This is a special time for people who've been impacted by these storms. So if you are an insurance agent, people may have missed their ability to change their plans. There may be special elections that you can use to help them. If you have any shelters nearby in communities, you can put all that in that chat box. So that way we're offering that support. If you have any ways to donate clothing, water, supplies, put all that in the chat box. Let's build a community network, bring it all together, and show our support for people that every day living their lives been impacted by this. You know what I'm saying? It starts with us. So I'm paying my respects by dropping this video and just keeping people alert about what goes on in everyday normal lives that makes an impact forever. So I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And just thank y'all for listening, man. Appreciate it. I'm out. Much love to y'all.